Hi everyone, it's me again, Brian Alcorn, running for the position of SU President, and I'm wanting your vote. It's been a very good day today, I've quite enjoyed it. It was very late night last night, slash early morning. I got to bed about 6 a.m. thereabouts. So I slept until around lunchtime, recovered my strength. It's a weekend, so you sort of build up your strength, get ready for the week to come once voting opens. But I've been productive. I know you've been planning and plotting and scheming, and there's another day of the weekend left for some more planning and plotting and scheming, and then the fun begins. So I want you to vote for me first thing Monday morning to be number one for SU president. If there is someone else who tickles your fancy and you think, maybe they might be a good president, whatever, that's fine. As long as you vote, I want you to vote. Full stop. If you really do think someone else is better for the job, not quite sure why, but if you do, give me your number two, because that's important as well. Let me tell you why I think I'm the best person for the job. I've been in the job already for a year, more or less. I've been Vice President for Welfare and Community. I know how the SU works and operates. It took me until October. If you're successful, you start the job in July. It took me probably until October until I knew what I was doing, because it's not until the end of September that students actually arrive. And once the students arrive, well, that's what your job's like for the rest of the year. So all that time before is planning and training and all that sort of thing. It really takes you some time until you get into the swing of things, get to know how the SU works, how the university works, what the relationship is between the two. And I think I understand that now. Honestly, I do. I think I'm ready to step it up, take it to the next level. I've had some big wins this year, which I've mentioned before. Very quickly, SU is now established as a food bank referral point, so you can get help in a time of absolute dire straits. If you're really struggling financially, you can get an emergency food package from the Lincoln Food Bank. I've improved representation of the students, so it doesn't matter who you are, whether you see yourself as diverse or not. We have diversity groups or liberation groups within the SU. I've made 5 new part-time officers to support those students. So for women students, disabled students, international students, LGBT students, and mature students, there's a part-time officer position to represent those students. That's better. It means if you fit into any of those categories, you know that your students' union is supporting you. As well as that, I've been fighting and lobbying and trying my level best to make sure the student voice is heard on all aspects of what the university does, and that includes accommodation. Basically, students live somewhere in Lincoln, they sort of have to. Some commute and some are home students, and I've been working to make sure that they're not left out. But for those students who live in Lincoln, you're going to have to find somewhere to live. I think you should have a say on the sort of places where you live and which are approved and recommended and promoted by the university. Currently, students have no say whatsoever, and I've been fighting and pushing and shoving to get a student voice on that committee. So that's been really good so far. Next year, moving forwards, I'm going to look into money and jobs, the two things students care about the most. I've been asking people over this weekend when I've been out campaigning, answer these questions, yes or no. Have you at any point at university been worried about money? Have you at any point at university been worried about getting a job? People say yes, for at least one of them every time. So usually both, but at least one of them. So basically, I'm going to address those issues. I'm going to make sure that there's financial support available for those who need it, whether they're from low-income families or just a student loan doesn't come through, whatever. I'm going to make sure there's financial support available. And I'm going to provide work opportunities through discussing and liaising with the community contacts I've built up throughout this year as I've been Vice President Welfare and Community. I'm going to use those contacts to your advantage to ensure that there's better chance of getting a job by the time you leave university. As well as that, I'm going to reduce the number of student dropouts. Too many students drop out of university. As a welfare officer, I get a lot of students saying, I'm thinking about dropping out, not sure it's for me. And it's for all manner of reasons. So many reasons. Could be financial, could be they're being bullied, could be they're just homesick, could be not the right course, or it's too far from home. Whatever reason. So many reasons, but I don't think enough is done to figure out why are these students leaving university, and can anything be done to keep them here. So So I'm going to conduct some research. It's going to be a big job, a very big job. I want to do a report, look into the reasons why students are leaving, and address those issues at the root to turn that around, to make sure that we hold on to students that come to Lincoln, because we want them. We want every student to have a good time when they're at university. There's no better way than making sure that every student feels comfortable, and if there are reasons why people leave, we address those reasons and make sure they stay. So that's the summary. I'm done for tonight. I'm going to bed. It's another day tomorrow, and then voting starts 9 a.m. Monday. So vote Irish Brian, #1 for your SU president. I'm backing Brian. Are you?